doppelganger, I quote Philip Roth, the kind of king of doppelgangers, who said, it's too ridiculous to take seriously and too serious to be ridiculous. And I feel that way about all of this. I mean, it's so ridiculous. No, Elon Musk is not going to upload his consciousness, into the AI singularity and live in the ether on Mars, or whatever the story is that he thinks is going to protect him and his multiplying kin from the fires that he is helping to unleash. But, we have to take it seriously because it has material effects on all of our lives, right? And that's why what we try to do in the piece is say, okay, well, what do all these people have in common? Whether they are actually religious extremists who believe the end times are coming and they're psyched about it, or whether they're the billionaires who are bunkering down and getting ready to do their exit, or whether it's the Fortress Nation crowd who are like, okay, which critical minerals can we bring into our bunker nation state, and which people can we send to a deep dark dungeon somewhere else with absolutely no rights? All of them are giving up on the future. All of them are within this apocalyptic narrative. They are, treasonous, really. I've never used the word treason before because
to humanity. They're treasonous to humanity. Yeah.
Yeah, to this world, not just humanity, like to creation, like to the and I'm using that kind of language deliberately because I actually think it's very important that we understand that we're not going to win this by sort of snarkily going, I guess it wasn't about the price of eggs. No, it wasn't. It was not about the price of eggs. They are tapping into incredibly powerful myths, right? They're giving people a profound sense of nihilistic purpose in their lives. And I think that while, I've made the argument for the Green New Deal and eco-populism, and we need all of that. Like, we need to improve people's material circumstances. We need to continue to fight for universal health care, for debt cancellation, for a living wage, for heat pumps for all of that good stuff. But we can't kid ourselves that we can beat these sort of incredibly powerful myths only with material offerings. And here I'm drawing on work from Richard Seymour, who talks about this in his really great book, Disaster Nationalism, which touches on a lot of these themes. We need our own myths. We need our own sort of transcendent stories. And I think the left at its best has been able to do that. And, the offering that Astra and I make in the piece is, these are people who are treasonous to this world. And we are the people who are faithful. We are committed to staying. They're all planning their exit strategies, whether it's a golden city in the sky or whether it's a floating oil rig, in the Atlantic. I mean, they're out of here. And we need to really think about that. Like, we need to think about what we're willing to fight for and who we're willing to fight for and what it means to be so completely uninterested, in the, wonders of this world.
Counter-narrative. Yeah. A counter-narrative based in humanism. And that is, we have no leaders. We have very few leaders right now who are advocating for that. But I
mean, look, I live on the West Coast, so I'm not only worried about the humans, I'm worried about the salmon and the orcas, and I think we should get witchy with this shit.
Wildlife. Yeah. I should expand.
All of life,
yes. Yes. I mean, all of life.
Astra was saying, and this is her line in the piece, like, Elon Musk wants humanity to eke out a living on 2 dead orbs, the Earth and Mars. Right. And we have all of this beauty and wonder and life,
abundance,
and diversity. Abundance. Tell Ezra Klein.